are starting off a defect run here. A couple of options from now. Remove a card, obtain 3 potions, get a rare relic, or a swap out for a boss relic. Removing cards basically never the right option. You want to remove strikes from your deck, but then if you remove your strikes too early, then you don't have enough damage to kill Gremlin Knob. And that's sad. Potions is fine. If you're forced into 4 or 5 hallway fights, a potion can be the little shove over the edge that you need to get enough damage to get through those. Rare Relic is really appealing. I was just looking at the map, and we'd have to go through 3 hallway fights and a question mark before we got rid of the curse at the shop. Most curses are actually not that bad at the very beginning of the game. For example, the worst curse in the game, Normality, doesn't really affect you at all at the beginning of the game when you got 3 energy and no 0-cost cards, no cards that draw or manipulate energy or anything. Normality doesn't really do anything. But it could be something like Pain, or whatever the Frail curse is. Those are quite bad. And some people have been trying to convince me that boss relic swaps are good on defect. I haven't quite bought onto that, but it also seems like a fairly good idea, especially since it's not super convenient to get rid of this curse. I do like random rare relics quite a bit. And I definitely don't mind the lightning orb, although people were saying the lightning orb scales off by the end of Act 1, which is hard to disagree with. I mean, it does good work, but you do have to make it happen. You need like electrodynamics or thunder strike or something crazy to make lightning orbs really go. So I think we are going to go for the boss relic swap here, just because none of the other options are like super appealing. Probably random rare relic is what I would choose outside of boss relic swap. A tiny house upgrades a defend. It gives us a liquid bronze up card pick. Never too excited with a tiny house start. Ball lightning could give us back the lightning orb that we're now not starting with. Rebound is good if we get claws or something. Rebound does approximately the same amount of damage as ball lightning. It's 1 damage less on the current turn, although ball lightning does residual damage as well. But I think it's going to be ball lightning. Just from a pure damage perspective, ball lightning just hits harder. We want to do 3 fights and 2 question marks before our first elite, so we can do that either on this route or on this route. Both of them have a shop. This way has an extra fire. Extra fire seems pretty good. This way only has 2 fights, but it has an extra fire. It's got 2 fires, and it doesn't force us into a shop. It looks like there's no way to get 3 elites, unfortunately. We could do this one and that one, or this one and that one, or this one and that one, or this one and that one, but none of those get 3. Hey Tim, I am doing well, thank you for asking. So since we can't get any more than 3 elites, I think we're probably just optimizing for fires to get lots of upgrades. In Act 1, we've already got an upgraded defend, so we're well on our way. And it looks like that's going to be that middle path with all this crazy stuff. It is a little bit light because it's only 2 fights before the first elite, but because of the tiny house, we've already got our one of the attack cards we're going to need, and a defend plus, which is pretty good against Lagavulin. So this middle route should be fun. Alright. Double defend zap seems reasonable. Take 1. Develop a lightning orb. Dual cast probably kills 1. Good. And we'll split the other one. Probably kill the next turn. Take another 1. Okay. Next fight. Sunder's great. Cool Head is also nice. Sunder's really good primarily at like hallway fights and whatchamacallit, sentries. It's also actually fairly good at slimes. It's not too uncommon to have the big slimes in this fight killed by a Sunder. Not the boss slime, but the big slimes. It's kind of assuming we get a decent split. I don't know. We don't really need the Sunder, but I think I'll take it, just because it's an attack on floor 1. We are doing only 2 hallway fights before the first elite, so are under a little bit of pressure to pick some attack. Do we have lethal? Max damage is going to be dual cast double strike. That's 16 plus 12. Nope. It's 28. I guess actually Sunder is almost the same amount as 27. Still not enough. Okay. Well, since it's not lethal, I'll skip the dual cast and zap instead, so that we have more residual damage. And take the 7. Hoping to not take any more damage in the fight. Let the lightning orbs poke him down. Okay. Alright, we can take our first defensive option in Charge Battery or Hologram. Compile Driver could draw us a card, although since we're missing our starting Lightning Orb, Compile Driver is not guaranteed to draw anything, which is a little bit concerning. I think Charge Battery is pretty reasonable. It's both just like really good, and we have a 3-cost card in the deck, so being able to like play an attack and then play Sunder and get the energy back. Like if somebody's at like 30 health and you can like strike Sunder them, it's a pretty big deal. You need Charge Battery to make that happen, so let's put Charge Battery. Alright. Probably upgrade Sunder is what we're looking at here. Sunder gets a really big upgrade. 8 damage. It's not huge in terms of damage per energy, but it is nonetheless pretty cool. We could also remove a strike. I think that's pretty reasonable. Makes the deck a little denser. It's better for later. Later on in the game, Sunder is not going to be very good. We're going to stop depending on Sunder and start depending on hopefully like Echo Form and Creative AI or whatever, Glacier or something. So if we remove a strike, we can sort of start living that dream a little bit. I definitely don't hate upgrading Sunder, though. Yeah, let's just upgrade Sunder. I think removing a strike is a little bit too aggressive. Right, here is the Serpent event. Do we think we can handle this? There is no guaranteed shop here. We are only fighting 2 elites, so if we have the opportunity to trade some health for power, we should do that. And this doubt probably costs us some health, right? Because being weak means we can't end fights as soon, which means we take more damage in fights. But the problem is the gold isn't really a path towards gaining power. We could like take a curse and then potentially remove it at one of these other question marks. Especially if one of those question marks is a shop, then it's a really good idea. Let me figure out how likely that is real quick. Okay, so how likely is a shop? Let's see. Here we go. Okay, the chances of a shop is 3%. And whenever you don't find one... okay, so after visiting 4 question mark rooms that don't contain shops, the chance of finding a shop in the next question mark room will be 15%. Okay, so it goes up by 3% every time. So we've been to 2, and they weren't shops, so it was 3%, then 6%, so we've 9% here, and then 12%, and then 15%. So, okay, so if we take, so 1 minus 9% is 0.91, and then 1 minus 12% is 0.88, and then 1 minus 15% is 8, 5. If we multiply all those together, we would get our chance of missing a shop at every question mark we hit, which ends up being 68%. So most likely we miss a shop. And then we end up carrying this week all the way to the boss, and that's kind of a big problem. So I think we're going to disagree. Sorry, little serpent. Oh, and that's a shop immediately. Fun. We could duplicate our Sunder Plus. It's kind of fun. Tiny Chest is definitely going to proc at least twice in the run. We're going to go to a lot of Act 2 question marks. Yeah, we made the right decision, but then the, 9% does happen, like, almost 1 out of 10 times, so, like, that's real. Can't afford the bomb. There's no glacier or anything. We're full on potions. We could remove a card, but if we did, we'd only have like 100 gold left. We could like card remove Melter or something. I'm not buying heat sinks as my first power. Deep Breath is kind of cute if you get like Abacus or something, but we don't have Abacus or anything. So I think it's going to be Tiny Chest. I don't hate Dolly's Mirror on Sunder Plus. It puts us way ahead of where we're supposed to be in terms of power. But then I have 2 Sunders in my deck. If we buy a Tiny Chest, it's basically like buying a Matryoshka. It's like we get 2 extra relics in the run. But the second relic doesn't happen until like the end of Act 3. So we basically get nothing. We get like early in Act 2, we'd get our first relic. We might actually get 3 relics out of it. I guess that's possible. If we get like 2 question marks in Act 1, 6 in Act 2, and 4 in Act 3, we'd get 3 relics. 3 relics for 162 sounds really good, and we're pretty set right now. We're not too afraid with the Sunder Plus. So I think we can afford Tiny Chest. Okay. Let's go ahead and smith up the charge battery. Maybe the zap. Charge battery in later acts ends up with like an obscene draw and played rate. You like play. You're like always like, I don't know. I guess I'll play the charge battery. Set up for next turn. So charge battery just gets played all the time. So I kind of do like upgrading charge battery, even though it's not like a huge magnitude upgrade. I think it's still good. Okay. Hey, good morning, Malfatha. How's it going? We could wake him up with Sunder Plus, or we could set up a zap. If we set up a zap, our ideal wake up is like Ball Lightning Double Strike. If we Ball Lightning Double Strike, that does 7, so it's like 19 damage from these, and then develops a Lightning Orb, whereas this does 32 damage. Develops no Lightning Orbs. If we wait, we get closer to drawing back to our Defend Plus, which is nice. We might also set up a charge battery for the next shuffles Sunder. Okay, I like developing the zap here. Developing the Lightning Orb. One of the few fights in the game where you get to be patient, so you probably should be. For a robot simulator. That's cool. So, like, are you making the tutorials, or are you running through the tutorials? A robot simulator. Are you talking about, like, a real life, like, you're working at a car factory, training you to move around the robots? Or, like, are you playing a video game? Because those sound pretty similar. We could charge battery this turn, if we thought we needed 4 energy next turn. It looks like 4 energy is probably going to be useful next turn. But I guess I'd rather take the damage now. Timnus asking the real questions. What isn't QWOP a simulator for? QWOP is really just a simulator for life. That's how I run. Limbs flopping around everywhere. Okay, is this time for Distilled Chaos? I want Distilled Chaos to hit Sunder really badly. That's gonna be really good. Okay, yeah, let's see what it does. I think there's no misses here, right? Like, if it hits strikes or defends or ball lightning, it's all good. Okay, so let's try it. Ooh, it did hit Sunder. Nice. Okay, we didn't get any block, so we probably want to spend some of our energy blocking. So let's just double defend. Zap. Get some damage in. Alright, charge battery and defend plus need to get played, and then I guess the last energy goes into ball lightning. Should get lethal here. Okay. Cool. That sounds fun. I didn't know you were a teacher. Wow. Regal Pillar and a Fairy Noir. That's a lot of health that we just got handed. Turbo makes a lot of sense for Sunder stuff. We already have a charge battery, so I don't know if we need that too badly. Hologram's nice. I do like to pick up a hologram. We're also sort of running out of good cards to upgrade, and we're about to run into a fire ready to do like 2 upgrades. So I think it might be worth picking hologram, just because hologram's upgrade is really good. Then upgrade like hologram zap. Yeah, I think I will do that. Okay, let's upgrade that hologram like I talked about, and then see what's in the chest. Calipers. Well, calipers is excellent on defect, so we're definitely taking that. Okay, so we need to pick frost orbs. Frost orbs and calipers, those are good friends. A researcher, but you're targeting K through 12 computer science education. Interesting. My I'm at this point old enough that I haven't been in school for a while. But when I was in high school, the only and this was like a decently like nice high school, right? Like there's a university in my town, so a lot of the whatever like teachers and students were related to the university in one way or another. So it's decently good education from my high school. And their only computer science was like, there was one sort of like very basic class, and then like me and a friend of mine did an independent study where we just like dicked around and made video games, which was fun. But I wonder what the state of computer science education is in K through 12 now. Looking for another upgrade here, I think. We've done a really good job, despite only getting 2 elites, of getting a really powerful deck. Sunder plus, hologram plus, charge battery plus, a lot of really good upgrades. We're probably looking at zap now. Maybe dual cast. I guess with the calipers, we're probably trying to dual cast some frost orbs. And we might end up removing the zap from the deck. So I think we're going to go dual cast first. Usually I like zap first, but in the presence of calipers, I think I'm going to switch over. Yeah, I only learned HTML in high school myself. Now they often start with some kind of block programming environment before high school. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've played around with those. They like my last job before I did indie stuff was in Unreal, and Unreal's all about their blueprint stuff. There's some things in Unreal that you like can't do without blueprint, basically. This is kind of a rough setup. Don't get to use all of our energy efficiently on the first turn. Don't start with a lightning orb. And our potions don't really help us in this fight. This potion's only going to do like 6 damage, so it's not really worth it. He's probably going to take our fairy here. We might actually. I think I'm going to charge battery here, and then next turn like ball lightning Sunder. Okay. Doesn't feel good, but I think it feels better than getting beaten by Gremlin. And then we hope we just draw Sunder again. I guess 3 strikes also does it. Yeah, okay. Oh, Memori. Well, Drat. Streamline, Self-Repair, Rainbow are the options. We have a Charge Battery Plus, so we can afford to pick some somewhat expensive stuff. Hologram Plus here as well. Hologram and Streamline are good friends. Get back to Streamline, play it for 1, play it for 0. I feel like we've already got a big old beefy chonky attack in Sunder, so I don't really need a second one too badly. Maybe we're a little bit too light on damage. Gremlin Knob is always a DPS test, and I feel like we failed the test a little bit. We were a little bit slow. There's also one of our last card rewards before the boss. We got this one, and then this one's guaranteed to be a reward, but we might not get a fight in these. We probably will get a fight, because we haven't gotten a fight so far, but... I don't think Streamline's good enough. I don't think we need it. Rainbow? Rainbow is our first access to Frost Orbs. We have a Dual Cast Plus, so being able to evoke a Dark Orb is pretty reasonable. Probably not getting any more upgrades. Probably need to rest here. Rainbow doesn't really need an upgrade, though. I think I will pick a Rainbow. Alright, we got a Carter move or a heal. I would be pretty excited about the Carter move, but we're at 19, so I feel like the heal is kind of required. Hey, Sir Artemal, how's it going? I'm doing good. Yeah, let's just take the heal. Makes me feel a little safer. Oh, we can take another heal. I think we're probably good here. I think this is probably enough health that we can take an upgrade at the fire instead of resting. Assuming the hallway fight isn't too bad. So I think we take the max HP. Actually, this will be our first hard pool fight. Wait a minute, this is an easy pool fight. None of the question marks were fights. So this is actually our last easy pool fight. Okay, so we definitely don't need the health. Let's take the max HP. Yep, that's an easy pool fight. Okay. Zap Hologram, Zap Dualcast? Yeah, Tiny House Boss Relic Swap is not my favorite. How about Zap Dualcast Strike Charge Battery? Zap Dualcast Strike probably kills this Acid Slime. 75% chance. Alright, let's see where this lands, because that's always happening. Okay, good. So we need the Strike, which means I think we're not hologramming the Zap, which means we're playing Charge Battery. Okay. And we're playing all the cards, because we don't have enough energy. I'm taking 4, that's fine. Oh, we never drew a Sunder. I was thinking we would draw it this turn. Use to kill him. Distilled Chaos, probably better than Liquid Bronze. I think a second hologram. We're kind of looking for a card to upgrade, and getting 2 upgraded holograms is interesting at the least. If we can find like Madness or Snecko Eye, that can be infinite block. And infinite block with calipers is pretty busted. Because you only have to find it once per fight, and then you win. I guess in the heart fight, maybe even if you max out your block, it might. If you're too slow, he might actually take your armor away. No, there's no way. Actually, yeah, he starts hitting for like 12 times 15. I think he can chew through 1,000 health, probably, if you let him. Would I rather upgrade the rainbow or the zap or something? I think I'd rather take the hologram and upgrade it. Alright, let's get rid of this, that, and upgrade the hologram. Pretty weird setup. I'm definitely like ready to start removing defends if we've got 2 hologram pluses. We're gonna have plenty of 1 mana block for 5s. I don't think there's any reason to try and conserve his health. So let's strike him. Got 4 energy here, so we can use that all on bonking him. Probably don't want to dual cast, even though it's free. We do have Rainbow coming up, so I guess we're probably evoking this either way next turn. Yeah, I think next turn is going to be Distilled Chaos, so we're going to play as many of these cards as we feel like. So I haven't actually dual cast now. It's more damage than just letting it zap once and then evoke. More damage by 5. If we do 16 damage, he goes from 99 to 83. Interesting. Okay, we drew Rainbow. I think we could Rainbow Hologram dual cast to split. But do we want to do that? So we'd do 16 damage from the Lightning Orb, we'd develop the Frost Orb. The 16 damage would put him down to 67, is that right? Yeah, that cat's old and angry. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want him putting me at 1. So I guess Rainbow Dual Cast is the thing. We get an extra strike if we Distill Chaos now. We could wheel into Sunder, which would be nice. It's not super likely though. I think I'll save the Distill Chaos for a time when it does more. I'm gonna wait till she stops actually currently eating to go get her. But thanks for redeeming the coconut reward, Arja. Yeah, I'm not super happy with the split, but we'll do it. It's fine. Okay, so now we need that Distill Chaos to block. I guess we could block for... Actually, we're blocking for 12. Maybe we wait. The hologram doesn't really do anything, but... We're gonna get frailed this turn, though, so next turn is gonna be even more problematic. Okay, so now we can't block, so now we Distill Chaos. Okay. It's the worst thing that could happen. We should probably Ball Lightning before we Distill Chaos in case we get Zap Dual Cast, so that we'd end up dual casting the... Actually, do we want to dual cast this? We don't. I think we want to wait for that to be dual casted. Sunder could hit somebody forcing a split. It only does 32, so it only forces a split if it hits him, and I'm pretty okay with that. So let's see what it is. Okay, nothing really happened. Okay. Alright then. I guess we are just DPSing you. Let's see, we want to leave him at least 3 above his split. He splits at 33. Let's go get Coconut. She's feeling ornery today. Running around, yelling up a storm. So he's like, oh yeah, I remember Twitch streaming. So okay, so we want to leave him at least like. So okay, so he splits at 33, so we want to leave him at 34. Because the lightning orbs could hit him for 6, I guess we want to leave him at 40. But if we double strike him, we leave him at 42, so that's fine. Even if he gets double struck, he doesn't split. Because we want to split him next turn with the hopefully dual casting the Dark Orb next turn. Hey, you're loud. Did you know that? Yeah, everybody can hear how loud you are. Okay, we did get the dual cast. It's hit for 24. He's at 39. It would hit him twice, so it would kill him. Ideally, we could get him down to 24 and then dual cast, so we kill him and hit the acid slime for 24. I guess it's not wasting too much damage. It does 48 damage, so we end up wasting 9 damage. It's kind of a lot of damage to waste. How could we be more efficient? So if we wanted to do 24 damage, we'd have to do 15. So we'd have to like hologram into... Nope, we can't do that. It's too much. You have Sunder coming up next turn, so setting up charge battery is pretty reasonable too. Yeah, I think we're just gonna like... I guess we could... No, we can't evoke the Lightning Orb until after the Dark Orb. Okay, so we'll just waste the 9 damage, and then I think we'll probably hologram back the dual cast and do 16 into Acid Slime and set up for a good split with Sunder. Okay, so Sunder Ball Lightning is the max damage. It does 29 outright, and then 6 later, so 35 damage. Leaves him at 10. Seems like a good enough split to me. Cool. Alright, second Rainbow, Meteor Strike, or Machine Learning. I'm not really in position to set up Meteor Strike. We do have a Sunder Plus, so we have some just like expensive stuff synergy a little bit. If we get charged, if we take Charge Battery and an Energy Relic, we could kind of get there. I don't really like a Speculative Meteor Strike, but I don't really like a Rainbow or Machine Learning either. Yeah, I used all my skill to make sure the Lightning Orb hit the attacking slime. I used the trick where I rubbed him with the mouse to build up the static electricity so the lightning was attracted to it. If we pick Meteor Strike, we're definitely looking for the book event. We already have a Sunder, so we're in really good position for that already. All for One and Snecko Eye could be a possibility. We have 2 copies of Hologram Plus, so we're pretty much already picking Snecko Eye if we see it. I actually have a standing pad, so I'm not touching the floor right now. I'm wearing socks. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing exercise when I choose cards. Thanks for reminding me, chat. Oof, these are heavy today. I will take a Meteor Strike. Right? We've got 2 holograms, charge battery. I wish there was like a meteor strike, but for frost orbs. Avalanche is what I guess you'd call it. And it's just like a 5-mana card that says like channel 7 ice orbs. That'd be fun. I guess channel 7 frost is what it would be in this game. Parlance. Okay, alright, fine. Sozu's not bad. It's an energy relic. We've already got one of our potion slots blocked up by Fairy in a Bottle, so we are not missing out on much by picking Sozu. We basically have to pick an energy relic, which is good because these are all energy relics. I don't think we're ever picking Ectoplasm, at least not in the presence of other good energy relics. There's an argument that Slaver's Collar is better than Sozu, since we'd be able to pick up potions, but Slaver's Collar is also very inconsistent. So, I think we're going Sozu. We don't have any White Beast statue or any anti-synergy with Sozu, but we could pick some up, which would be unfortunate. What can you do about that? Sozu it is. Alright, try and get collected. We don't really have enough money to go to a shop, so we're probably trying to dodge those. We want to go to a bunch of question marks because it's Act 2 and because we have Tiny Chest. I was hoping for a 6 question mark Act 2. I guess I can get that with these 2 and then like these 4. It looks like we're dodging that elite though if we do that. I guess we could do these 3 and then fight this elite. So that's 2 elites in the act. This one. Or this one, I suppose. That one. It's not bad. What else could we do? Looks like that's pretty much it. I think this is just straight up the best starting route. We don't want to go this way, that's dangerous. We don't want to go to either of the shops, and that blocks up most of the rest of the routes. Okay. Alright. 4 energy and a Sunder. So we probably want to play that. So it's like Sunder Charge Battery. Other things we could do, Rainbow Charge Battery is the most block. Blocks for 12. Develops the Dark Orb. If we Charge Battery, we set up for Meteor Strike next turn, which seems almost required. So let's do that. Hey, there's a Meteor Strike. We do take a lot of damage if we play Meteor Strike, but so does he. We can block pretty efficiently. We can block all the way out, for sure. And then we could like go back and get Rainbow or something. But we have a Meteor Strike here. If we Meteor Strike now, then next turn we can hologram back the Meteor Strike. Meteor Strike again. Take 14. We have a Regal Pillow, so if we have to rest, we can at least do so pretty efficiently. We're definitely putting ourselves in a position where we're going to have to rest soon. Probably rest at this fire and then fight that elite. More question marks. I don't know. Meteor Strike definitely ends the fight sooner, but taking no damage seems pretty appealing as well. And we develop Rainbow, so we get the Dark Orb. It looks like we kind of have 2 plans for how we end fights currently. We either like Meteor Strike people to death, or we Dark Orb them to death. So it'd be like defend, hologram, Rainbow. So we block for 6, plus another 6 is 12, and then the Frost Orb block out. Yeah, it's a little bit too perfect, like we're gonna skip Meteor. All right. Let's see. We could hologram the Charge Battery in case we draw a Meteor Strike next turn. And then play defend the zap to block. We have dual cast coming next turn for sure, so this is going to hit for 18. 18 times 2 is 36. Definitely not enough for lethal. I hate that this is my only Frost Orb. With calipers, nonetheless. It sucks that I got calipers and then I have like no focus and no Frost Orbs. It's like calipers is just screaming out for focus and Frost Orbs, but we don't have that. Alright, well, I think the first priority is blocking, so let's do that. I guess I'll play defend zap to set up for next turn. Okay, so we could like ball lightning, or we could zap dual cast ball lightning sunder. I mean, I guess we're doing that no matter what, right? Okay. Oh, he's dead. Great. Okay. Took a pretty good route through that fight, I think. We ended up not taking very much damage at all. Scrape would be okay if we'd gotten the Snecko Eye, but we didn't, and there's no zero-cost stuff in the deck other than dual cast, so I don't think we want that. Leap is an interesting defensive tool. We don't have any deck scaling. We also don't have very many defensive tools. I guess we have 2 holograms and a charge better, so we kind of do. Still no Frost Orbs. Pretty early Ritual Dagger. We're probably going to pick this up, but I'm going to go to the bathroom first. Okay. So normally the reason you would want to not pick Ritual Dagger is because either it like comes really late, or you're a deck that can't control your damage very well, or like you have Stone Calendar or something, right? But that's not really the situation here. The only way we get damage we can't control is if we play Zap or Rainbow. We have quite a bit of control over our damage. We do like to end the fight with like Meteor Strike or Sunder or something, but it doesn't seem like it's too difficult for us to hold back for Ritual Dagger. Sure, yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously if it kills you, don't take it, but it's a pretty good card. It's worth 6 HP for sure. You could also not take it if you like have a shop coming up, or if you have whatchamacallit, membership card, where this is worth double the amount of gold. Particularly if you have membership card and you're on low Ascension. On lower Ascension, this is 100 gold. And so you get like the equivalent of 200 gold for skipping it. Which is quite a bit different than 50 gold. Alright, let's grab it. Alright, let's not forget about it too. That's the goal. Okay. The health totals are fairly different. So we could theoretically focus on Looter, particularly if we thought we were going to miss killing one of them. I think probably the goal is to get one of them down to 32 or close to it. That required doing 20 damage to him and 16 damage to him. We can do 18 damage with Strike, Strike, Hologram, Strike. Which is enough to put him below 32, but not him. So I think we're going to target Looter first this time. Alright, no access to, whatchamacallit yet, Sunder. So I think we just block as hard as we can and develop Zap, hope it hits the Mugger. Nope. Alright, they are both running. Let's see, how much armor do they generate? 2 Looter and Mugger. So Looter generates 6 block, and Mugger generates 17. So we're basically not getting Mugger. I don't think we can do 17 plus 52 next turn. So let's just make sure we get Looter. Would have loved to see Ritual Dagger here, but we didn't get it, so... This is one of those fights where you can't control how it ends. Was there... Could I have played the Sunder again? I guess I wouldn't have quite gotten there, but... Pretty bad sequence there. I guess I should have thrown out the Ritual Dagger on turn 1 for more damage. Cool-Headed is our... That's our second chance at a Cool-Headed. And I don't think I can pass this one. We have some energy manipulation, so we need the card draw, and we need the Frost Orb really badly. It does fight with Rainbow a little bit. Rainbow can't do its Dark Orb job if you've got too many orbs in the deck. But I don't really care about that. Alright, we have to go to question marks because of Tiny Chest. This one's a treasure. Hooray. Smiling Mask is good, but it's very skippable. I think we're just going to take Key here. We probably want Curse Key if we see it, so skip the mask. Alright. Snecko Eye has no idea what he's doing here. He could very easily make the deck quite a bit better. Because we have a Meteor Strike. I think we plan on waiting for the Ritual Dagger in this fight. I think we probably can. I don't know. Snecko can definitely do a lot of damage, so that could be a mistake. Play all the 0-cost stuff for sure, and then 2 of these cards. Let's try and get him low. Alright, we can hologram something that costs 0. We can't quite hologram infinitely. We could do it 5 times, which is a lot of times. Let's go ahead. We got a 20% chance of drawing Meteor Strike here, which would be insane. Let's see, what do we want? How about we cool-head it again? Take another chance of getting Meteor Strike. Ooh, we did. Okay, so we could dual cast the Frost Orb, which generates a little bit more block. We don't actually need that, though, because we're going to block for... Oh, no, I guess currently we're only blocking for 15. Okay. Alright, still waiting on that Ritual Dagger. Play the Zap to do a little bit of extra damage. We don't need dual cast, clearly. Ritual Dagger is not enough damage here. We can strike Hologram Strike, but that's crap. Let's see, is there anything in the discard? We could get a Zap. We could do this strike. So we could do this strike and then hologram the other strike. And that's enough, right? Oh no, it's actually not enough. Oh man, how irritating. So we kill him at the end of the turn with the lightning orb if we do that. Oh my god. There's no way to do it here, is there? Yep. 2 strikes is 19. This is too much. We can't reduce the damage of the Sunder. Can't draw a card. We can't evoke the lightning orb. Darn. There's a claw. I've kind of been looking for a claw with 2 holograms. Is it actually a good idea, though? We don't have any scaling. Is the problem that Claw solves. We're just relying on killing people with Meteor Strike, Sunder, and Ritual Dagger, which is fine for Act 2. We're going to need something more for the Act 2 boss and for Act 3. Maybe we could get by the Act 2 boss with double hologram Meteor Strike. Huh, I thought somebody had different beta art for Claw the other day. Maybe they have a mod. Storm is terrible. Rebound is actually kind of okay. Rebound into Rebound Meteor Strike and then Cool Headed or something to draw it. We don't have enough draw really to make Rebound good. I think I will pick a Claw though. Seems kind of insane to pick a Claw on floor 22. Hey, Grizzly Bear. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Wow, 4 months. That's insane. You must have... do you have a founder? Yeah, you're first. Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Man. Have I even been doing this that long? So you must have subbed in... what? It's the 3rd month. Is that April? March. So you subbed in March. That's crazy. Okay, so I think the original plan was to fight this elite and that elite. So we're going to one of these 2 fires and fighting one of these 3 elites. Which one do we want? Each of them has 1 hallway fight for the break, and they all end up at this question mark. I have no idea. I don't know what VIP is. Sorry. That's the honest truth. I don't know what you're talking about. If we do fire first, we're probably resting. If we do fire after, we might die. But we might get a card that we could upgrade. Let's just rest and then fight one of these two. I think probably this one. Rest, get a new relic, use that relic to fight this monster. Seems like the answer. Okay, Gremlin Leader. Not a bad setup here. I don't mind having a Shield Gremlin to start with for sure. That's probably the best one. We don't have enough for lethal on the Shield Gremlin. Vita meat vegan? Vita meat of vegans? Just regular vitamins. There's no meat in this vegetable bread, obviously. Yeah, Darkstone Para. Well, we still get a rarer card pick from an elite, so we could use the power from that to fight the hallway fight. I think we're just going to try and DPS down the Mad Gremlin. I don't want to ignore him. I don't really want to make him stronger, but I will. Digital Charmander, it seems like you probably tried to post a link, but that doesn't work. You can post it in the Discord. Yeah, let's just strike him. I don't care about the 1 damage. Crap. Well, now they're hitting really hard. Uh-oh. We can do 21 damage, not enough. Let's play this dual cast and see where that goes. Not helpful. Boy. We could hologram back the ball lightning. And then if we get lucky, we could kill... Oh wait, no, that kills Mad Gremlin. Yeah, let's do that. Hologram the ball lightning, kill him with the Ritual Dagger. I mean, the Ritual Dagger doesn't proc, but we could still kill people with it. Alright, we can call Hologram, Claw. Cool-Headed could draw Sunder. Yeah, let's look for Sunder first, because Sunder on Shield Gremlin's good. Okay, we didn't get it, so let's stack that Claw. Alright, Sunder is finally here. Let's use it to kill you. Bonk. And I guess let's get that Dark Orb going. And block out. Normally it's pretty hard to land a Dark Orb in this fight, but it looks like we might be able to do it pretty soon. I guess let's start with Cool-Headed and then Sunder. And then play all the rest of the cards. Take a bunch of damage. Looks like we're getting through this with our Fairy in a Bottle intact, hopefully. We want to Dark Orb him now before he resummons minions, unless we want to use the Dark Orb to kill minions. I think we're... I would like to get some damage in, please. Okay. Hologram Claw is now doing 11 damage. 11 plus 7 is plenty. So let's use that to kill Fat Gremlin. Alright, Double Strike kills Sneaky Gremlin. And Charge Battery sets up for, whatchamacallit next turn. Meteor Strike will be our first Meteor Strike of the fight. No Meteor Strike. Okay. We can Claw Hologram Claw, which is going to do 13 plus 15 damage. Almost 30. So we do like 40-ish damage. That's not enough. Let's look for a Sunder or something. Didn't work. Let's see. So how does this turn work out? Assuming we play the hologram, I guess we're going to play all these cards, probably. And I'm pretty sure we're targeting them all at Gremlin Leader. Let's dual cast... Actually, I want to Ball Lightning and dual cast on potentially one of the Mad Gremlins to save 5 health. But, I both want to dual cast first and want to Ball Lightning first. Ball Lightning then dual cast is the max damage. But if I dual cast first, then I know which one has been hit more by the evoking dual cast, and then I know which one to Ball Lightning. So I think the answer is probably just neither. And we go for Gremlin Leader. Oh, okay. I guess that can happen too. Probably should have hologrammed the dual cast there to block for 10. Not sure why I decided not to do that. Alright, looks like we survived, but barely. I guess it's good we rested. We got a lizard tail to replace our fairy. Okay, well that was scary. We can take a third hologram. Seems wrong. It would help scale up the claw faster, but I don't really need that. Skim is definitely a possibility with a Meteor Strike and Charge Battery and 4 energy. Sounds like some shenanigans. I think we have to choose a different route because we need this fire now that we're at 3. Probably going to lose our Lizard Tail immediately to one of these hallway fights. I guess we could try and just go to a bunch of question marks and like find apparitions or something now that we're at super low health. It's good for tiny chests, and then we rest at the end. I guess we can't choose anything now because we're forced into this fight. I don't think I want Skim right now. Okay, this is a good fight to try and proc Ritual Dagger. Unfortunately, we are losing our Lizard Tail immediately. On the very next turn after we got it. I don't think I've ever had that happen. Get Lizard Tail, next turn of combat, lose it. But that is what's happening here. There's no point in Charge Battery other than next turn energy. Unless we can kill Mystic. 32 plus 7 is 39, so 42. Not enough. Okay. Not just the next turn of combat, the next enemy who moved took it away. Let's draw cards, see if we can get some damage to kill Centurion with Ritual Dagger this turn. Looks like no. I guess we don't have enough block. Because we're dying all the time now. Okay. We could hologram Sunder, which is a lot of damage. Or we could play Rainbow and then hologram something cheaper. Ball Lightning. Now let's just hologram Sunder. Okay. We could Sunder to kill him. We do miss out on the possibility of Ritual Daggering him, but it's probably easier to Ritual Dagger Mystic anyway. So that seems fine. And get a couple of Clop Rocks. Actually, I guess Sunder's more damage. Oh right, damage was not meaningful there. Oops. Rainbow blocks out. Maybe developing a Dark Orb was a bad idea. Dual cast does 16, puts her at 12. Dual cast Ritual Dagger. Finally getting a Ritual Dagger proc. Loop Plus. Loop Plus is an extremely good card. We have a Dark Orb in the deck, so we could double proc that. Double proc some Frost Orbs to finally get Calipers going. Leap Plus is also nice, also upgraded at least. Not a super efficient way of turning energy into block, but it does do stuff. And we need the defensive tools, as I've just said. It's hard to pick Leap Plus over Loop Plus. Leap Plus and Loop Plus. Alright, oh well. Just because we're like really struggling to survive here. That helps a lot. Okay, so now that we're not in like dire straits anymore, although we did use our Lizard Tail and our Fairy to get here, I think we're going to go to the question marks because that's what we want to do. And maybe by the time we're here, we'll feel strong enough to fight an elite. We get to duplicate a card. Feels like you should be duplicating either Meteor Strike or Ritual Dagger. But the Meteor Strike we've been having a lot of trouble playing. So maybe that's not a good idea. I think we're fine with one claw. Maybe Charge Battery Plus. It's not very sexy, but we do need the defensive tools. And it helps us play the Meteor Strike. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Uh-oh. Snake Blind's here to murder us. Defend Hologram Defend is pretty good. Blocks for 16, 21. Okay. I think we'll try to save the Ritual Dagger. Should be able to proc it in this fight. I guess we're playing all the cards. Should be Claw on Armor. So we'll let him get Armor, remove it, do perfectly efficient 12 damage. Yeah, this has been a difficult run. I will say that much. Probably a Sunder Hologram Claw here. Okay. And it looks like we're dead. Not like, we're probably not dead this turn, but, Hi Flintlock, yeah, the old tiny house start. This is one of the outcomes that makes me skeptical of people saying boss relic swaps are good on defect. Like, we had access to a rare relic. It would have been Calipers too. Calipers is our first rare relic. Can you imagine if we just started out with Calipers instead? Oof, man, that'd be really good. Yeah, exactly. Ectoplasm. No money for you this run. Okay, so we have to survive this turn, which means we need to generate at least 10 block, which is actually going to be fairly challenging. So we need to play like both of these and a rainbow, and then we survive at 3. Okay. He's getting us again. 4 passive block plus the 7, that's 11. It's not enough. I guess Zap blocks for 3 relative to that. I think we just have to go for damage. I guess we're playing all the cards, so it doesn't matter. The most efficient way to do this is claw, strike, strike. So that one just takes the armor and the lightning orb goes through. Yeah, it's not lethal though, which means we're dead. Man. Yeah, I mean, with defect you do want the calibers late, but the Spire was trying to keep us alive with the fairy in a bottle and the lizard tail. Not really sure what went wrong. We were really far ahead in Act 1, felt really strong going into Act 2, and then just got completely dunked on by Gremlin Knob and never recovered. Maybe we should have taken the route through the fight to the fire. I guess that would have been a snake plant. We would have died anyway. What did go wrong here? I guess the speculated meteor strike was probably not correct. Speculated meteor strike puts you in such a weird position. It's like now you're building around something that doesn't really work. 2 holograms is also not strong. Like, it's okay if we can find, if you have madness or all for one or something, but we didn't have that, so we didn't even have the claw. We ended up like desperation picking a claw to try and just like turn the deck into something that works. Yeah, I think just the meteor strike is not good enough. We didn't find any damage, right? Like the deck doesn't do anything. It sunders people to death, and that's about it. It's enough to get you to Act 2, but not through it, I guess.